Welcome into Quick Picks, where we have hit our first rung of the ladder.
Should be easy.
Should be, but it was almost not easy.
It was. I stayed up very late watching Montana go against Eastern Washington. Yuck.
And Che doesn't watch a lot of college ball, and he's like, there are so many fouls. Meanwhile, I'm sitting on Moo Can't Sleep, and I'm sweating. It's like the last 2 minutes of the show. It's almost midnight. I'm sitting there. I'm watching the score app. I'm watching my DK app. I'm going back and forth. I didn't know what was reality, and with those small schools, they don't really update them as much. Yep. So I was sitting there so antsy. It probably looked awful and awfully unprofessional of me, trying to just get out of that chair. I just wanted to make sure we hit that first rung of the ladder. If I would have lost been the first one to lose, I would have been really upset with myself. Yeah,
and I looked because Brandon and I hit fairly easily. So then I looked at the score app and was like, all right, what time? We got Montana on 10 p.m. Central.
And then they go down nice. 20 in the first half.
They were down 19-5.
It was not a good look for your girl, but
they pulled it out. They're the Montana, better team by a lot.
I was just about to say, the cream rose to the top. Not only did they cover the 2.5, but they also covered the original number of the -9.5 that I liked that morning. So made me feel a lot better coming in today. I will say, I know it's been a long, long day. The show is obviously not at the time it usually is. You guys did a great job with the Clemmer Mincy Pro Day. Crazy move by him to not come after we hit the first parlay. Crazy move. That's bad juju. And I'm telling him, I'm announcing that right now. Brandon Walker, I know you have a long drive home. Crazy juju for us to hit that first parlay and then use boot, scoot, and boogie and just not be here. I love you, but that's kind of fucked up. Calling him out, keeping everyone accountable. Let's hit another parlay today, though.
Let's do it. There's a lot of injuries across the NBA slate. I started putting out who's resting, who's tanking, etc. I like my pick tonight. Mm-hmm. I'm going with the Timberwolves -7.5 against the Sixers. Now the Sixers are a mess. Obviously, Embiid is out.
Obviously,
Tyrese Maxey, their second best player, is out. Paul George, I believe, is a game time decision or questionable. And Kelly Oubre was questionable, upgraded to probable with an illness. He missed their last game. So I'm going with the T-Wolves, who are actually fighting for a playoff spot. The Sixers are trying to lose. The Sixers, their pick is protected outside the top 6 protected, I believe. I believe they're in the 7th spot, or maybe they're in the 9th spot. They're outside of where they need to be for their pick to convey this year, which they're trying to do. They're trying to lose. Timberwolves are trying to win. They're half a game out of the 6th spot in the West. Give me Minnesota -7.5 against the Philadelphia 76ers.
All right. I am going to go back to where I belong, which is college ball. And I'm going to kind of have the same thought process I did last night. I'm taking Creighton. They're at -9.5 right now, and I'm moving them down to -2.5. Obviously, last night showed me that those big favorites don't always cover and might have a hard time doing so. But I like this Creighton team, and this Seton Hall team has not been very good. Creighton, 11-3 straight up their last, 11, 12, 14. Then you have Seton Hall, 1-13 straight up their last 14.
Yep.
Not great. Not just that, but they're 1-6 straight up their last 7 at home, which, how are you losing home games like that? And then they're 1-9 straight up against their last 10 Big East opponents, which is obviously what we're going to get tonight in Creighton. I just need Creighton to go ahead and pull it out by the 3. We don't need to win by 20. Would be great if they did. I would love a rocking chair win tonight because last night shouldn't have gone the way that it did, and we should not have been up. But we shouldn't have been sweating till midnight. That it would have been nice to know that we're cruising in after half by 40 points, so we could have just rested our eyes.
Yep.
But we grinded it out, and we got the win, and that's all that matters. Then Brandon did give us a pick. I don't know how serious it is. I hope that he put some research into it. What was that pick?
Clippers +7.5. They're at the Phoenix Suns, but the Suns are an absolute disaster off the court and on the court. Just bad vibes all around. So I think that's what Brandon's playing against.
Very fitting. Bad vibes, you say.
Bradley Beal, I know, is questionable. The Suns are in the 11 spot in the West. I think they're 2.5 or 3.5 games out of the 10 spot. They don't have their own draft pick this year, so they're actively trying to win. They're not tanking. They just stink. They're an interesting team to watch. Bol gets like big minutes for them. Who's an interesting player. But the Clippers have been sliding. I think they've lost 3 in a row. Norm Powell's out tonight, but I mean Kawhi, James Harden, they got some guys.
Zubac. So you like the pick?
I mean, I can roll with it. Plus 7.5.
Yeah.
Like even if the Suns, I don't see the Suns blowing a lot of teams out. And the Clippers are in I think Golden State just passed them. I think they're half a game out of the 6th spot. They're in the 7th spot in the West. So, I mean, the Clippers are a solid team. They've lost 3 in a row, though. So, hopefully they rebound tonight. Or if not, at least keep it pretty close.
Yeah, so last night it was plus 100. So our $10 bet turned.
Yeah, so yesterday on the show, we gave out Pistons minus 2.5. The Jazz announced a bunch of guys out like 20 or 30 minutes later. So we moved it to Pistons money line. Pistons won by 1 billion points. That didn't matter too much. But yes, today's play is at plus 100. Complete even money, right? So we're on $20, which was our investment return yesterday, to win 40.
Yep.
That's day 2. I'm going to put that in right now, and we're going to be good to go.
What's the chat saying? Does the chat have anything? Did they win last night?
Yeah, so chat won UCLA minus 3.5. It was a little sweaty, but they pulled it out right at the end. Mm-hmm. And they're going back to college basketball. Temple plus 2.5 at Tulsa.
All right. Don't hate it.
Pick is in the betting group.
Okay, pick is in the betting group. So anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
I mean, Mincy Clemmer Pro Day, I'm exhausted. That was a long...
Y'all did a really, really good job.
4 hour yak.
I mean, everyone put a ton of effort into that.
Yes.
And I think it yielded great results.
Yep.
And again, Brandon did a great job too. I just wish he would have stayed and just hung out with us a little bit longer and
honestly,
done the
pick
show.
Hits. That's it. But if he's the guy, actually, wait, Lukey, this is what I wanted to do moving forward. Whose pick does the chat hate the most?
Oh yes, out of your 3 picks.
Out of our 3.
We
can start it tomorrow, but after we give our picks, let's figure out who the chat doesn't like. I can put a poll in
chat and they can vote.
Yes.
Okay, let's do that.
I would love that.
Yes.
All right, so go put in the parlay. Che already put it in, and you know where it's at. It's over at the DraftKings Sportsbook, the best and only sportsbook we use here at Barstool. Make sure you follow us in the Barstool betting group where that parlay, as I said, is put in by Stephen Che. Just hit the little toggle button. And again, if we're on this ladder together, we're putting $20 out there right now. To return 40, hopefully.
Yeah, in case anyone missed yesterday's show, we'll just explain how it goes real quick. So, 10-day challenge. Ideally, we're gonna keep making picks and climbing the ladder until we lose. We start with $10. We're trying to get even money bets every day. So Megan, Brandon, and myself are all going to give you a very juiced play, somewhere between minus 320 to minus 500, really. Somewhere in that range, we're going to combine all our powers, get a pick that is right at even money, give or take a couple. Right at even money. So day 1, we bet $10. It returned $20, $10. Reward, $10. Winnings, $10 plus our initial investment. We're rolling it all in to day 2, which is today. So $20 to
potentially yield.
Return $40, $20 profit plus the initial investment / day 1 winnings. So we're climbing the ladder. Day 2 today. It's a ladder challenge.
Day 2.
Let's make it to day 3.
Let's make it to day 3.
I want very badly to get out of this week.
That would rock. If we just continue to keep with the vibe, again, crazy, but keep with the vibe that we're rolling with. I really like this. I think it's a good switch up from how we've been doing the monotonous one pick, because once you get in a rut, it really is hard, especially obviously people that put their picks out there know how hard it is when you're putting out one play and it's like your play and then you're losing for a week straight to 2 weeks straight. Just
7
becomes
days.
really frustrating. And Che, it's not only happened to Che, it's happened to me, it's happened to Brandon. Every gambler goes through it, but that's why we bet responsibly and only at the DraftKings Sportsbook. Also, shout out to props.cash for giving us awesome visuals and Ghost Energy. See the full lineup of drinks at drinkghost.com, and we will be back here with you guys tomorrow, hopefully one step up.
Let's just keep climbing.
Keep climbing.
See you guys tomorrow.
The chat did speak a little bit on their least favorite play today, Che.
Oh, the way you're looking at me, I assume it's mine.
And it's the Timberwolves.
Okay.
So you got a little bit of hate coming your way. Let's get a
Pressure
Timberwolves
makes
minus
diamonds,
7.5.
Jay. Let's make some diamonds tonight.
I feel good.
Let's do
Here's
it.
the logic behind it. The Timberwolves are playing to win. The Sixers are playing to lose. All the Sixers' best players are out. Rudy Gobert is out, which is fair. Julius Randle is questionable, but the Timberwolves have guys. They got wings. They're gonna put Jaden McDaniels on them. They're gonna put what's his name? The super long point two guard. They got a lot of guys.
They got a lot of guys. They got a lot of
play.
depth. Jay doesn't need to explain everything. We're one step on the ladder. We just need to make it to the
Get
second
some
one.
good time. Put up some good numbers. Give me the T-Wolves. Dante DiVincenzo. Come on.
Come on. All right, now we're for real going to end the show because we got to get home. I got parent-teacher conferences. I'm sure you got stuff to do too. But thank you guys for watching. We'll be back tomorrow.
See you guys.